This is the case of Summer Wells, a case that's gone on far too long, a case filled with twists, contradictions, confusion, and even division. But at the center of it all, one heartbreaking truth remains. Summer is still missing, and until she is found, we don't have closure. For anyone new to this case, Summer Moon Utah Wells was just 5 years old when she vanished on June 15th, 2021, from her family's home in Rogersville, Tennessee. She was a little girl who loved to play, who loved her brothers, who loved running barefoot through the yard. But that day would mark the beginning of one of the most haunting missing child cases in recent history. And from the very start, law enforcement and FBI treated it as more than a routine missing person case. Within hours of the report, the FBI deployed a highly specialized unit, the Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team, known as CART. So, what exactly is CART? CART is not just another task force. It's a team of experts trained to respond immediately to suspected child abductions. They bring in forensic interviewers, technology experts, behavioral analysts, evidence recovery specialists, and data analysts. Their goal is simple but critical: determine if a child was kidnapped, and if so, act fast to recover them. Now, here's where it becomes very important for Summer's case. After their analysis, CART concluded Summer Wells was not kidnapped. That single finding carries enormous weight.
So far, they have no evidence that this is an abduction case. Agents have been reviewing surveillance video from all around Summer's house. The TBI says it has questioned and identified drivers seen in the area near the time when Summer disappeared. Without any evidence of an abduction, crews continue to comb every inch of this treacherous terrain in search of the little girl. Investigators say Summer's family continues to cooperate.
We've spoken with her parents. I can't speak for them. They spoke with you. They're being cooperative. Of course, they're upset. So we continue to keep them updated and do whatever possible we can to find Summer.
Have they been ruled out at this time?
As we've said time and time again, the circumstances leading to Summer's disappearance are very much under investigation. And at this time, we continue to explore all possibilities.
Investigators say it's possible Summer wandered off and is hiding and scared. They're once again asking all residents in the Beech Creek community to check their property and their trail cameras for anything unusual. Meanwhile, the captain of the search and rescue team says this is a 24/7 ground operation.
Too dangerous for us to keep our guys up in these mountains in this treacherous terrain at nighttime. But I want you guys to know and rest assured, along with the community, that search efforts do not stop when it gets dark. We have been utilizing fixed wing and aerial aviation to literally scan this area from the time it gets dark to the time that we return in the morning. It does not quit.
Before she was reported missing, Summer had been out with her mother, Candace, and her grandmother. But this wasn't just a fun day out. In a video that we all saw, Summer didn't look well. Her ear appeared blackened, her fingers were purple and swollen, and the most disturbing detail of all, the blood coming from her stomach, seeping through the seatbelt in the back of her grandmother's truck. These are not the signs of a healthy child. They are signs of a little girl in distress. As this case unfolded, something unusual happened. It wasn't just law enforcement searching. The case spilled online across YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Creators began analyzing every detail, every timeline, and every statement. But instead of working together, many turned against each other. Accusations flew. Some creators ostracized others, dismissing anyone who didn't agree with their theory. And yet, ironically, those same creators were still listening to the very people they tried to silence. The result? A divided community. A toxic back and forth where egos often took center stage over facts. But here's the truth. No one has all the answers. No one can say they know what happened to Summer Wells as a fact. The truth is, only the person or persons involved have those answers. We can all give our opinions on this case and follow this research that we've done. Some creators obtain different sources of information and they share it. Others bring receipts so people can review, research, and make an informed decision. We are not all the same. We come from different backgrounds, different experiences, and different life lessons. That's why we each have to go with our own thoughts and feelings. I am not a sheep, and I don't just move with the herd. I look at the information I acquire and I go from there. And while I'm always open to other people's thoughts and ideals, I will never shut down something without researching it first. And there's something else to think about. Has all this been controlled by something much bigger? We live in an age of reverse engineering, algorithms, and artificial intelligence. Is it possible that bots or fake accounts have been injected into chats and comment sections, talking like real people, to learn what this community thinks and feels, to gain trust, to stir division, to cause utter havoc? It's possible, and it does happen. Everyone watching should be aware. Not every account in the chat is what they appear to be. Because one of the easiest ways to bury the truth is drown it in chaos. I do not believe Summer's demise happened inside her home. I believe it happened at another location, most likely near the river. Through my research, I've come to believe this was not the act of one individual. If arrests are ever made, I expect it will involve an entire group. Behind them, I suspect there's a powerful person. Someone pulling the strings, someone making sure what gets out online is filtered, shaped, and redirected. This case is not about creators. It's not about drama. It's about Summer Wells. Summer Wells is the victim, and she deserves to have the spotlight on her. Not on those arguing, not on the endless online battles. So I say this, don't fight with other creators. Don't argue in live chats. Listen. Take in what you see and hear and come to your own conclusions. Summer is somewhere, and until she is found, everything else is just speculation. But when she is found, everything will change. The arrest, the charges, the accountability, and finally, and hopefully, the truth. All of that will follow once the important step happens. Finding Summer. So until that day, let's keep the focus where it belongs. On Summer Wells, on justice for her, and on answers. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Thank you for watching. Please share your thoughts in the comments. But remember, keep it respectful, keep it focused,